Check it out, everyone. This is the winning pumpkin of Bauman's annual Giant Pumpkin Weigh-Off at a massive weight of 1,817 pounds. Every year at the farm, the first weekend of October is our Giant Pumpkin Weigh-Off. And these amazing pumpkins come from all over the Northwest. We had entries from Idaho, British Columbia, Oregon, Washington, California, and they all come here for a one-day event. It's always the very first Saturday in October, so next year, mark your calendars now, because it's so fun to come out here and watch. And it's unbelievable. These pumpkins actually started right around tax day. April 15th is when they take these seeds, and like the seeds and everything that they go through to make a giant pumpkin is incredible, because the seeds are special. They are, and when I say they, there's a group called the Pacific Giant Vegetable Growers. Jessica will put a link down in the comments to their website. They have all the information, and you as a gardener can also go and buy a seed from them. But they have tutorials and stuff on there. You actually have to soak the seed. These seeds won't open naturally by themselves. And they take it from April 15th to this in just one season. And at their peak, these pumpkins are actually putting on 50 plus pounds a day. They're growing super fast. There's lots of things you have to do. They're monitoring the nutrients and everything that goes into them to create these giant pumpkins. And this year we had over 30 of them entered. And the top two pumpkins, let me tell you, Jim Sherwood always comes in second. And this year, again, he came in second by 11 pounds. Poor guy. The winning pumpkin was 1,817. His was just 11 pounds short of that. But we had lots of giant pumpkins here this last weekend. It was so much fun. So you're going to want to mark your calendars and come out next year to see it. But I have a lot of things going on at the farm right now. I have a couple projects I wanted to show you. It's the start of October, which means it is time for me to really start gearing up for spring. And I have to make all of these decisions now, because it takes a while to get everything in. And I'm currently evaluating a whole bunch of different planters for next spring. And I would love some feedback from you to tell me which pots you think you would like in front of your house. This is a really cool pot. It's a new manufacturer, so I got a lot of samples in. This is a new one called a Hendrix pot. It's a tall, and it is 14.5 inches across the top here. I like the two-tone. I think the two-tone on these is really cool. I personally am a big gray fan. Like, I like the gray color better than I like the gold, but at the end of the day, it really matters very little what I think. It's about you. And they sent me this red in the solid red. I'm not a big fan of this. Please tell me if you are. But I actually think the red on the top would actually be really nice. Kind of goes with Bauman Farms, red shirts, red barn. But a new pot, the other thing that I like about them is they have a false bottom to them. So you don't have to fill them clear full with soil. We will have a pot like this available for you to purchase and plant up your own, or we're gonna plant them up as well. So this is one that I'm evaluating. This is another one. This one is the Hendrix tall, but only 3.8 inches across the top. So you can see the difference. Even though there's only 1 more inch across the top on that one, quite a bit different in terms of soil volume in each one. So it's kind of trying to figure out which size is going to work best for you at home. Let me know. But I'm also looking at some square ones. See how it has that false bottom? This one is the Euro Square. And I kind of like the marbled pattern on it, a little bit different. Let me know what you think. And I'm trying a new urn. The urns that we've had in the past have been too big, so I wanted to try something that was a little bit smaller. Please, tell me in your comments what you think about these different pots, because when I order them, I gotta order a lot. And it's kind of a big decision. So let me know what you think about which ones would work best for you. I have the perfect fall project for you to do at home. I'm gonna do this pot up for my house. We're gonna make bulb lasagna. And it's a really great project for families to do with kids. And it also, this is gonna be a really cool porch pot that you can put that's gonna last through the winter and give you long color throughout the springtime. And now is the time that you want to plant it. We're going to take 3 different bulbs and layer them inside the pot. And we're going to start with some daffodils. This one is called Pink Charm. And one of the things, like, it's always hard to figure out how deep you should plant a bulb. And A trick to remember is that a bulb should be about 3 times the depth of the size of the bulb. So when you have larger bulbs, like daffodil bulbs, you want to kind of, see if I can get this in here, Jessica. They want to be about almost 3 depths of the size of the bulb. So that you can see these ones actually want to go pretty deep. We're going to plant these almost down all the way to the bottom. You always want to make sure with your bulbs that they're really nice and firm. If they're soft or mushy, it means they've already started to rot and they're not going to work. We're going to put these daffodil bulbs all the way down at the bottom. All right, we got our initial layer of daffodils kind of down almost towards the bottom of the pot. We're going to put a little bit of soil over the top of it, and we're going to move on to our next layer to our lasagna, which is going to be a tulip. And the tulips, the bulbs are not quite as big, so we don't have to go quite as deep, and we can put another layer on top. So this is our tulip bulb, and if we put 3 of them up just to figure out about how deep they go, you can see they're not going to go quite, if I can hold all 3 of them up there, they don't need to go quite as deep. Again, I'm going to check to make sure all the bulbs are nice and firm, and it's okay if the bulbs are even on top of the other bulbs because the bulbs just kind of go around them as they come up. Come on in, Jessica, take a look at this. So this tulip, you can see here, starting to get a little mold. It's even getting a little soft or hollow. Yeah, look at that. Nothing left in there. That's what you want to check for with your bulbs. This one, no good. We'll just move these around a little bit. Tulips are in. Now we can go for the next layer. Put a little bit of soil on top. And last but not least are these little checkered lilies. Super cute little flowers. The bulbs are tiny. Like, check that out. Very small. And you have to look because it's almost hard to tell. This is the roots down there at the bottom. That's what you want pointed down. That's the top. We're going to point those up. So these are going to go just below the surface of the pot. Checkered lilies are all in. We're going to put one more layer on the top. And here's the deal. Like, I want something that's going to keep this pot looking good through the winter, and I have just the thing. I only had a few of these left. These are the double pansies that I featured in a video a couple weeks ago. They're coming from Japan, and I did not grow enough of these. I should have grown a lot more. We're going to grow a lot more for springtime. Like I said, I only have a few left, but I mean, Jessica, come in and look at that flower. Like, how can you not love that? It's so pretty. I can't tell you the number of people that have come in and bought these pansies. Everyone has been so excited, and I really think they're going to look great putting on the top of all of our bulbs. So the bulbs will push up right around these pansies, and I just wanted some of these. I'm going to keep these out because I want to see how they're going to do all winter as well. They've been holding up really good through the fall, but I just wanted a few extra, and I can keep these out my front door just to see how they're going to do. Like a lot of winter pansies, they don't do a lot during the winter time. Really spending most of their time putting in roots so that they'll get nice and big come springtime. And I would expect these to do the exact same thing as those. We'll have a fresh crop of these again in probably around the middle of March, maybe towards the end. Easter is going to be early this next year. I made a mess. But that's it. So I have this beautiful pot of pansies. We have 3 layers of bulbs going all the way down. The bulbs are going to come up throughout the springtime, and you have a pot that's going to be beautiful, do great, and last all season.